Okay, guys, congratulations. You made it through week one, venture creation, intro, prep, and kickoff. This week, we're going to focus on what your venture does for the customer. After this week, you should be able to do the following. 1. Identify the 10 steps of the full cycle use case. 2. Distinguish product specifications and features from product benefits. 3. Formulate a product concept statement. 4. Calculate value proposition for the customer. 5. Differentiate product value proposition among competition. And this unit will cover steps 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11 of the innovation process. In step 6A, you'll learn about mapping the user experience for your persona, all the way from when they initially recognize the pain point through the purchase decision, transaction, and beyond. Part of what makes biomedical entrepreneurship and venture creation unique and more complex are the strict regulatory requirements. In the United States, medical devices are regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA. Founded in 1906, the FDA is part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and is responsible for protecting and promoting public health. There are 6 major areas of responsibility within the FDA, but only 3 that we'll focus on. First, ensuring that human and veterinary drugs, vaccines, and other biological products and medical devices intended for human use are safe and effective. Second, protecting the public from any electronic product radiation. And third, advancing public health by helping to speed product innovation. Outside of the United States, there are a number of international bodies that regulate medical devices in other regions and countries. The FDA separates medical devices into 3 classes based on level of risk. Class 1 devices are relatively low risk, typically non-invasive, and can be self-certified by the manufacturer. Class 2 devices are characterized as medium risk and are generally invasive or implantable and may include therapeutic diagnostics, wound management, or may alter biological or chemical composition out of the body. Class 3 devices are high risk, require clinical trials, and typically affect vital organs and/or life-supporting systems. Examples of Class 1 devices include bandages, gloves, bedpans, tongue depressors, surgical gloves, and handheld surgical instruments. Class 2 examples include infusion pumps, X-ray machines, surgical needles, powered wheelchairs, and sutures. And Class 3 examples include silicone breast implants, implantable pacemakers, and implantable insulin pumps. Some devices are exempt from these classifications. Exempt devices do not require FDA clearance. Approximately 75 of all Class 1 devices are exempt. Bandages, gloves, bedpans, and tongue depressors are all examples of exempt Class 1 devices. Approximately 10% of Class 2 devices are exempt, typically because the FDA has determined they represent only a minor safety risk. Class 3 devices are never exempt from FDA approvals. Even exempt devices must meet the FDA's general controls, requiring companies to register their facilities with the FDA, submit forms describing the device and classification, adhere to labeling and packaging standards, and comply with quality systems regulations, or QSR. Some regulatory strategies avoid or delay FDA clearance and approvals by focusing on wellness, fitness monitoring, and similar non-medical applications that allow them to market their products directly to consumers. So what is the regulatory approval process and how long does it take? There are 3 major pathways for FDA regulatory clearance: 501(k) and pre-market approval, PMA. As a general guide to figuring out your pathway, you may ask yourself, am I doing something new or am I doing something old in a new way? Most Class 2 devices follow the 501(k) review process to receive clearance, also referred to as pre-market notification. The FDA is required to review 501(k) submittals within 90 days, but obtaining clearance could take much longer. The 501(k) allows for review with a predicate device for substantial equivalence. Any new device that can be compared with a device existing before the 1976 Medical Device Amendment Act, as noted in the optional biodesign text, the most stringent pathway through the FDA regulatory process for a device. A PMA is necessary when a new device is not substantially equivalent to any existing devices that were approved before 1976. In Step 7, you'll learn to differentiate product specifications and features and explore how to define them for your venture. In Step 8, you'll learn to determine and quantify value propositions for the customer and explore the most common product benefits. Step 10 takes you through a process to focus in on your key differentiator, what makes you different and better than your competition in the eyes of your target customer. Step 11 maps your market position relative to competitors, and if you effectively segmented your market, selected a beachhead, built your end user profile and persona, and designed your product, then this should illustrate your alignment with the market's preferences. Thank you.